Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Diko Graphic Design Training. I believe we're doing great today. So right now, I want to teach you how you can make a monogram logo on your Android smartphone using your PIXELLAB, and I will teach you as well how you can process this and transform it to 3D logo on your Android smartphone as well using Photopea website. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. We are going to use one application and one site, PIXELLAB and a Photopea website. Then we need a markup. Which markup I want to use a sitting markup. That one will give us exactly what we want. So without wasting much of our time, we still need our detail as well. Let's get into business. What we need to do is to determine the font first. I don't have any font in my mind, but I'm thinking to use a font called Leaks Pattern. So Leaks Pattern will give me what I want because it's very bold. So let's see whether it can give me what I want. But I don't like how it look. So I can go for Archivo. Let's check Archivo, the bold one, and let's see. It doesn't give me what I want as well. Let's look at the Montserrat. Montserrat should be able to give me what I want. Montserrat doesn't give me what I want as well. So now which font am I going to use? So let me check my font library. So let's go there. So I'm going to be changing this font and see the one that I can use. Let's look at this. I want the one that cough something of Ifogria, not really work. Freshman really want to work. So I guess if I don't see anyone, I'll go for freshman. But let me continue searching here. What about the Kings? Made Tommy. That one not really work as well. What about the prime time? Point. No work. No work. So no work as well. Timeline. This one actually want to work, but not really what I want. This one not work. This one not work. So and I think this is the end. I don't see anyone that work, so I will go for freshman, and that is the font I want to use. Freshman. So getting the freshman, I have to dot this. And what do I mean by dots? That I have to change some things here so that I'll be able to use it perfectly. But better still, I'm thinking of going to let me quickly go to, I have to turn this anyway for me to be able to turn it to whatever I want. And if I want to cut it, I have to turn it to picture. But let me try the mask first. So click here and make it turn in there. Okay. Then you tap here and straight this first. So when you straight it, let it come. But not really work as I want. So shift like this. Okay, perfect. So it give me what I want without any obstruction. So after that, put this at one side. Then you go in there, just position this. Perfect. Then you bring this one here. It's okay. Okay, cool. So the next thing we need to do is to go in there, and we have this particular shape. So when you have this shape, this is cool, right? So we need to go to opacity. So when we chrome it, is it going to give us what we want? No. So we can return back the opacity. So we reduce the size a little bit, just as this. Go to the color, change the color to, let's say, any color, black apart from white. Position it to the center. Then you go back to the shape and select the same shape. Reduce the size and you position it well. So we need to cut it anyway. So you position it, reduce the size, then you centralize the black one as well. So move this one out a little bit, not much. Okay, so after that has been done, we can still shift this one in a little bit. Let's shift it in. Okay, position to the center, let it go inside a bit. Now after you're able to achieve that, or bring it down here, position it again to the center. So have this one position around here, so we give you what you want. Okay, perfect. So what we need to do is to bring this one to the front, and you merge the three together, then go to erase color, then you erase it. Now we have this result. You can reduce the size well. So when you are able to do that, go back to 3D, turn it like this, no, like this. Okay, then we are going to rotate a little bit to one side. So why we are going to have this, okay, this, it will make it straight. So let this one straight. So one is straight. For us to be able to know, let's use this. Okay, so you can see it's not straight. So when you do that, you can now rotate again to make it straight. So one side, so it's straight now. Okay, perfect. So we need to reduce the size very well, so that we just be around here. So when you are able to do that, we'll position that around here, so we can increase the size and cut out the remaining parts. But the mouth has to be the same with this. So let's increase, and we'll position it here, and we'll shift it properly. So let's shift. So you need to do a little adjustment around there, or we are going to just make sure you position it well. So if it is too big, we can just do the normal stuff by returning it back to before we cut it. Okay, so when you do that, what you just need to do is to bring the upper part, bring it in, so that it will be lighter, like this, like this, like this. So that one will give you avenue to cut it as you want. So erase and cut it out. So now when you do that, remember what you did. So by position this around there, now return this back to how you did it first time, like this. So now we are going to position this around here. You can reduce the size. Okay, so when you reduce the size, we just make sure that the mouth really touch this particular area. So we don't need, there is no cause for alarm, we just need this one to be shipped outside. So let's return it back. We just need this. So once we are able to shift that, we can do this anyhow we want. So we just make sure it touches what we want it to touch. Okay, let's position it well. Okay, perfect, perfect. It's cool like this. So after that has been done, there are things we can do here. So we need to cut out this mouth so that it can lay. So the first thing we need to do is to reduce the opacity. So when you reduce the opacity, so we need to cut out the mouth. The mouth must not join. So we tap empty area. So when we tap an empty area, we can use it to cut out this place by position this around there. So after that, we are going to copy this as well. So we are going to position that around here. Okay, but it has to join because it will have the same stuff. So now what you hidden, just unhide it. You'll have this result. Then you merge the three together. I just want to form JK, okay, but I don't want something simple so that people will not just be copy. So I have to tap here, go to the color, change everything to black. Okay, so you go here, go to the color as well, change the color to black. So you can see it seems that everything is cool. So we'll go to the tab one. We have to change the color to erase the traces of black. Okay, perfect. So what the next thing we need to do, I need to copy this. When I copy it, so what do I need to do with it? So after copy, I need to use my mask, reduce the size. Okay, then I'm going to shift, position it here, just position well. Then you can rotate it. So when you rotate, you can reposition, just reposition. Okay, just reposition perfectly to make it cool. So after that, you can turn this one in, so give us the result. Cross it that way. So this is cool. So after that, we can now check the mouth here, go to 3D fast, turn this one like this. Okay, when you turn it that way, we can turn this, rotate it. When you rotate it, it will give us what we actually wanted, or better still, cancel everything. Why this one will be at the top here? Okay, when it's at the top, then we can have the whole stuff being changed. Okay, so what we need to do is to go to the color, change the color to white. When you change the color to white, let it form letter K, okay, which will be around there, or increase the size a bit. So once it's around here, it won't touch anyway, but it has to look like it's being placed. So we can have it change. So rotate it like this, or like this. So after that, go to opacity, reduce it. So when you reduce it from opacity, we can just use the mask for quick stuff, but mask cannot work at that moment because I've tampered with it. So what do I need to do? I need to rotate this very well. So after rotation, just position it here. Then I will go to the color, change the color, and remove the opacity. Then you merge and cut it out. Very good. Now we have the whole result just like this. So you can drag this to calm down a little bit to give you what you want. You can bring it in, just rotate a bit to give us what we want. So only this will be giving a special color. Okay, increase a bit. Okay, perfect. So this is JK. So now the next thing I need to do, okay, this is JK. The next thing I need to do is to change the color to this. So I will change the color to this. I will change it to red, as you can see. While other color we take so like for instance, I'm going to merge everything together. Go to the color and give it color blue. Then this will take this. Okay, so now I will merge the two together, then give it the brand name. So position it to the center. Use your centralize. Let's centralize. Just make it big a little bit. So cool. So now go to the text area. We have what we call it Jacotech. Jacotech. So let's try Leaks pattern, which will be the best. Leaks pattern. So we have Jacotech. So if we try this, this is cool, right? So we can actually give a stroke, let's say 2. Then we are going to use blue color, 2 or 3 line spacing. We use blue color. Okay, perfect. So now after doing that, we can lock this while we reduce this a bit. Then we reposition to the center. Okay, perfect. So now that we are able to do that, we lock this while we are going to move this one up a bit, and we are going to reduce the size. Then we have what we call a slogan. We say slogan light of the word. So we can just make this to be in capital letter. Go to the font and use Montserrat. Okay, the one that is somehow bold will be reduced very well. Okay, so we're going to reduce this well. After that, we'll space it. Okay, then reposition to the center. After that, go to the color, change it to red. Now we have the whole stuff. Our logo is actually done. So we have everything. So we are going to lock this together, merge it. Sorry, not that. We're going to merge this. Okay, it has been merged. So just unlock and reposition well. Reposition well. So everything seemed to be cool. We can now merge everything together. Then position it here. After that has been done, then the next thing we can do, I'm thinking the space in between them is too much. So close it a bit while we have this to be closed too. Okay, this is perfect. So now when this has been done, the next thing is to teach you how to transform. You might have been seeing many stuff like this, but believe me, you are going to still learn something. So you can save the first as a transparent background. Okay, then you can apply the white color on the second, and you can see how amazing it is. So you can have this being saved with white background because how the color added is somehow deep. Now let's head in back to our Chrome browser. So you go to Photopea. Let's go to Photopea website. So getting here, tap open from computer. After loading, you should be able to respond. This is the previous work. So one thing amazing about this Photopea is trying to retain all the previous work. So now adding access our gallery, the drive where I have the design, the photo mockup. So I'm trying to locate the markup. So we have a lot of things here. So this is the markup I want to use, should be here. I love 3D. Tap on it and you click OK. So now it's loading. Be looking at the screen of your phone. In no time, you will see the markup display, and we are going to edit and transform our logo to that exact 3D. We are waiting. It won't take much time. Now it display. Tap here on the layer here. Then you see place your logo here. Double tap. Hide the design on it. Tap on the layer again to see the screen. Tap on file. Open and place. Tap on file again to access your gallery. Locate where you have the design. This is it. Import it back. And then drag and zoom it out to fit in the layer. Don't let it exceed. Okay, don't let it exceed this transparent background, but make it bigger. Position to the center. Make sure that this automatic alignment grip it to the center. Go to the file again and tap save with smart objects. If your own did not have save with smart object, it means you are not working with PSD. You see smart object updated. Tap here. Be looking at the screen of your phone. In no time, you will see the results. It will display automatically on your screen, which means your design has transformed. Let's be waiting. Now the result is done. We can see, okay? So let's go in there. So this is the result. So we can go to the file, go to export and go to PNG. We will see another window. Click on save. It will ask you whether you want to subscribe to a premium account to remove ads, or you want to enjoy a short ad before you proceed. Click OK, and you see an ad will pop up. Continue.
Download Glovo, order from all the restaurants in your city, and try something new.
Now you see it's done and it's downloaded. Let's view what we just did, and as you can see, this is what we just finished. This is amazing, right? Thanks for watching. God bless you.